I'm gonna go check that, cause she told me she was coming.
Remember what her first name is?
Faith.
Faith?
Faith, well, that was a long time, I knew he was coming.
I was behind, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
But y'all done that, that's real good, ain't it?
They are, and I got there the other day and most of them were closed.
First thing this morning, I
Them
asked
rescue
about
groups
it,
come
and
and
he
get
said, yes, it sounded like a good thing to me.
Well, we've got the drainage, I'm picture of out there. I can put a drain line in,
I started the sheet.
backhoe and got it where it don't flood no more.
Down here, shelter's been storm for years, you know what I mean?
Minutes of our last meeting.
It's going pretty good.
Okay, we're a minute or so late, we'll go ahead and call, this meeting of policy and personnel to order. I'll start with, the minutes of the last meeting. I want to review and go over them. I have a motion to dispense of that. I'll give everybody a copy.
Looked pretty good, it misspelled in there on one letter, but anyway, it was worth it. The cleaning, or
Secretary.
cleaning,
Yeah.
Where?
right there, Charlie, the training,
Training.
that's the word right there somewhere.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out.
I got a motion to dispense of them.
A motion to dispense with reading minutes.
All in favor? Okay, we will dispense of that. On the agenda tonight, I don't have a sheet showing you that, but what we're talking about is audit committee reappointments and judicial commissioner schedule. No one has anything they want to, before we get into it, I hear a motion to go ahead and pass the agenda.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the first thing I want to do is talk about the audit committee reappointments. There is 5 members on the audit committee. 2 of those are county commissioners, and 3 of them are banking professionals. The other members of the committee are Wayne Cantrell, who is chairman, Emily Horton, who is an accountant with Bratcher, and Danny Martin, who is a banker at Security Federal. Also myself and Randy England are on the committee, and I have called Randy and talked to him. The initial terms will expire this month, and it's entirely up to the committee if you want to put both of us or neither one of us back. If you've got somebody else that can be, you know, somebody that's a county commissioner, we can serve one more term, and I'm okay either way. If y'all want me to stay on, y'all just tell me what you want to do, and we will do that.
Has Randy agreed?
Yeah, he said he would like to serve another term, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
You only meet once a year, or maybe you meet when the county gets audited. You go over what the county said, you know, the state said about the audit. That's
Is the,
basically it.
Auditor, or the other people, are they good with it?
Yeah, well, they're still there. Their term hasn't expired.
Oh, there, okay.
It's Randy's and mine, is
Okay,
on the
just-
terms
just
that
the two.
expired. I'm
What's the
sorry,
length of the term again? The term, how long is the term?
4 years.
Or you-
I'll give you that. That's got it on
Oh, okay.
there. Okay,
If y'all want to stay on there, I mean, I'm good with you, just leave it the way it is.
okay.
I make a motion, we leave the 2 on there, it's on there.
Second.
All right, got a motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
I guess that's 402. Give me just a second to catch up, because I've done that. Usually they're way too fast.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, ready? All right. The other thing that's on the agenda tonight is the judicial commissioner scheduling. We've not had too many meetings in the last 2 years. This hadn't come up. We've talked about it a little in some meetings, and we've talked about it a whole lot in some meetings, especially when we were hiring some. And we've been through that several times. And I honestly, I don't want to lose any of the commissioners, But I personally feel like they need to have a set schedule that they work. I can't keep up with when they're working. They switch around. We've got two that work 2 nights a week. One works 1 night and a half of every other week. They work another shift, like on Monday. 911 is my biggest problem. They can't keep up with who's there either. And they need to know. This is important, that you've got a commissioner that will be there in 15 minutes. It's the little problems that just keep coming up. The biggest thing is just a mess, the scheduling is. I honestly believe if we change, we will lose 1 or 2 commissioners. But we don't need 9 commissioners, to be honest with you. We're the only county that's close to having that many commissioners. I think there's 3 in Coffee County and only 1 in Van Buren County. Of course, it's small, but it works all the time. That one person does. Because I know that person just recently went to work, and the one that was there, Jim Hartman, had trained that person, so I know there's only 1 there. But even the bigger counties don't have as many as we do.
Yeah, not interrupting, I talked to some people down at Coffee County, and they got them on shifts. In other words, a person goes to work and they go to the jail, and
They stay there.
they stay there till their shift. If they, all day, they sit there in the counter and watch TV. You know, I don't know, I mean, I think they're underpaid. I think that's our biggest problem,
And
and
you know, we gave them a raise, the best I could, you know,
I
and
know,
that's all we could do at the time.
But-
We just didn't have money. And we're doing all the training we can do. There's a training with, that's one reason I brought it up now. In January, the 2 new ones, Irwin White and Ken Mulligan, are going, and David Williams, to the one in Franklin County. That is a state required training. They have, during the year, there's 4 of those. There used to only be 3, but there's 4.
well, what are we paying them now?
I didn't bring that with me.
It went from 9,
Rick isn't Rick the highest paid one?
He's the
1150.
I think that's right.
Is
He's
he
the oldest one we've got.
Yeah.
But Rick only works one day. He works 2 days one week, the next week 1 day and a half a day.
I think these people, and I've said it before, and I'll say, I think they're important.
They
And
are.
some people have been through this. Anytime you've got the authority to sign a warrant, put somebody in jail, and take their freedom away, that's a big responsibility. And-
You
and-
got
and
the
I-
authority to change somebody's life.
That's right, and a $10 an hour man or lady is, I don't know, I think we, more qualified or more professional, or more something, I don't know.
I can send that to you.
Well,
I've got them. I just didn't bring that with me.
I totally agree with you, Wayne, but I want, the current issue is, as he says, is the scheduling. But for us to justify, or you bring that back up again, which I guess we couldn't possibly be again until the next budget time, but is to review what their job descriptions are, what their responsibilities are, and their qualifications, and justify on that, we could easily, at least justify and make a solid recommendation for a pay increase. But anyway, you both, all business people here, we all know this, but it's true, that's true. But this current, I haven't been here, but of the short term, but I have not heard yet him not having a problem with scheduling. And we tried to remedy that by asking Mr. Hartman to help him.
I thought that was,
And it was helping.
And he has helped a lot. He
But
really
I,
has. But
you
they're
know,
not calling us
when
like they
people
should.
are able to flip-flop their schedules as they
Right.
please, they're not accountable.
They're telling
No.
us when they're gonna work, and I
That's
don't
it.
like that.
They're picking and choosing what they want to do.
and Hilda was.
And a lot of
Ken-
times that works. You get 90% of the time it can work, but you know,
Yeah.
when it's not working, it messes up the whole
I
situation.
just talked to Hilda. Hilda only works 2.5 hours a week. She works on Friday night from,
And that 2.5 hours, there's the kids, nothing happens in that 2.5 hours, but the next 15 minutes, the world.
Is it interesting, Hilda, is that what it is?
no, I talked to Melanie today in payroll. She actually works for the county at the school system.
That's right, yeah.
And she cannot make, but we'd have to pay her overtime, which we can't do. The judicial commissioners don't get overtime because they're contract laborers. But, she would, and, you know, that's what we got in that lawsuit about with, you remember Dennis, sued us?
Yeah.
He was working at the school system as a janitor and a commissioner too, and he won. You know, so we can't put her on any more hours than she's got, and I had to check it again today, and I talked with Hilda. Hilda was in my office today, and she's okay. She said the only reason she was hanging on anyway, when she retired, she'd like to be able to, you know, maybe go on the shift. I told her she could reapply, because there'd be somebody quit, and, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, she
I
would,
would look at
she
it
would
being
be
up
a
to
prime
Tom.
candidate.
Yeah, I think so too.
If,
I mean,
if
I'm
she
just
did
wondering.
that.
Do you have a sample shift schedule, or what the shifts would be?
Well, it's gonna depend on who stays. You know, if we lose several, I've sat down and worked it up, and you were gonna have a day shift, a second shift, and a third shift, which is 3 people. And you got Saturday and Sunday.
8-hour shifts?
They are 8-hour shifts. You got Saturday and Sunday. If we got 3 people, Susan and Wally already work Saturday and Sunday, and they're working 12-hour shifts. And they can do either one. And Ken Mulligan is floater, and he's working quite a bit, but he could work.
And I thought Ken left, is he still here?
Oh, he's still here, yeah.
Okay, I'll catch up.
Yeah, he's still here. He's going to that school this month. But anyway, I just, you know, we're gonna be okay if some leave, and I'm not advocating any, I don't want any of them to leave. We can use them as fill-ins or something, because nutrition will get some of them anyway. People's gonna resign from it. We've been through this a lot, but we can get by easily with 6 people. And we got
When
that.
you have set schedules, you can have a smaller number, but when you're doing the way we're doing, it takes a lot of
You
people
gotta have a lot of people to fill in.
to do that.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, and I have no problem with Irvin White, we hit a home run, we hired that man. He's a good commissioner. He's sharp, and he knows computers very well, and he's nice to the people, and he knows what he's doing, and that we hit a home run with him, I truly believe that.
Could we try it for 3 months and come back 3 months and get a review of how it's working, and then just or
Well,
Well, what do you're the one that worries with it, you and Hartman's the one that worry with it all the time. What
you
do you-
know, so what do you want?
I
What are y'all
called Jim
saying?
in the other day and talked to him, he feels exactly the same way I do. He said it should have been on shifts a long time ago, and it used to be, and I don't know how it got into the mess it's in, and I'll take responsibility for that, because I was dumb when I took it over, I didn't know what I was doing, I don't know that I know now, but I've worked hard at it and tried, I really have. And, you know, and something every day comes up that I have to do with the judicial commissioners. Not, I don't have anything to do with writing warrants, I don't want y'all to think that, but it's mostly the scheduling, nearly all the time, or somebody will call and say, I can't work tomorrow. I understand if somebody's sick, you know, and if they're going on vacation, if they let us know in time, we can get that worked out, get somebody working. Jim and David have been our saving grace. Every time somebody's been out, they have worked those for them, and they put a lot of hours in a few times, and I really appreciate that. And if it hadn't been, we'd been in trouble. I was on vacation myself in New Orleans, floating down the river, and got a call a couple of years ago. Somebody couldn't come to work, and I got a hold of Jim. I said, Jim, you'll have to handle it. I ain't no way I can do it. And he just worked for the guy. You know, just stuff like that comes up, and it comes up quite often.
Well,
I understand what you're saying, and whatever y'all decide, I'm gonna go with you. If that's what you wanna do 3 months, we'll try it, see how it works.
well, I was gonna ask you, the 168 hours a week, how are you proposing that we divvy it up?
Well, again, it depends on if somebody quits or not. I don't know, Wayne.
Well, if we're gonna have to make a hard decision, we have to make a decision.
I'm gonna tell you that I do not think that Dawn will be able to take a shift, because Dawn is a school teacher. She can't work days, and she can't teach school and work second or third either.
Can she work weekends?
Well, she can, but she hasn't yet. You call her, she's not able to do it. She's got something. That don't mean she wouldn't, I don't know.
Would she come under the same situation as Hilda?
She does not.
Okay.
We pay Hilda,
Stay.
but we give money to the school systems under maintenance of effort, but they pay the teachers.
Okay.
We don't pay them.
Okay.
That's why it's different with
Okay.
them. And that's unfortunate. And her husband's in really bad shape too, when we talked about that today. Doctor tells you get your affairs,
Who,
you got problems.
Willis is in there? I didn't know that.
Really?
Last couple of times I've talked to him, I could tell that he really, his voice was real weak, and she didn't want to tell me what's wrong with him, and I didn't push that. But he's apparently not doing well at all, and I hate that, because he's a good man.
Yeah.
He is.
Well, what are you proposing? I mean, just down the list, I mean, like Jim Hartman, how many hours a week's Jim wanting to work?
8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
5 days a week.
Second shift will be the same. It's 5 days a week. Third shift the same way, and then we've got, I've done all kinds of scenarios, but I don't know who's going, if they work 8 hours, we gotta have 3 people on the weekend to work those 2 days. And that's what Wally's working now, and Susan works that too, Susan Hebe. And Ken's a fill-in, so if they wanna work more hours than that, 12 hours, and I'll give them the, whichever one they wanna do, if they wanna do 8 or 12, then Ken would still be a fill-in. But if we have more to stay, I'm gonna have to go back into the schedule and see what we need to do.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking about it, if you called me about it the other day, this is my opinion, just me, I think we need like 8, and then the weekends 8 and 8, but I think we need 7 people, I think we need full-time, and then
We've got
have
9,
a
I think.
floater to where if somebody, what if one of those people lays out?
Yeah, I agree. We've got plenty of people to do it, even if we end up having to do 2 that are, on call. Hill is not gonna be able to do it, because I talked to payroll, she will not, and she's okay. She said, she was just trying to hang on until John worked that up when he was here with Hill. I had nothing to do with that, but it was all, and I talked to payroll today, that's all she can work. If she works any more than that, she's overtime.
I was here when we heard her.
But it's hard to work 2.5 hours a week also, and keep up with everything that's going on. I'm sorry,
So, basically, we got first shift and second shift.
And third shift,
Okay.
5 days a
But we
week.
got first shift and second shift is pretty well took care of during the week. That's Jim of the day and David.
The second shift's all,
Different people.
I thought David was doing the second shift.
well, no, not exactly. David works Monday from 3 to 11. He works Tuesday 3 to 11. He don't work at all on Wednesday. He works from 3 to 11 on Thursday, and from 5:30 to 11 on Friday. It's all, and it's hard to keep up with that.
Yeah.
And of course, the Friday is when Hilda works, that's why she works from 3 to 5:30. But see, Dawn works one day and every other Friday. Rick works one day and every other Friday. They swap up. And then Wally is working on Monday, but he also trades up every other weekend. It's just a mess.
Well, we're talking, I mean, I know Carlene's been in this a lot over the years, but I mean, and Tommy too, but what are we gonna do? Are we gonna set, okay, the first shift is gonna be like, what, from 7 till 3 in the afternoon, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.? So we're gonna set the shifts and let them choose?
We're not gonna change the hours on the shift. We're gonna have the same hours that we've always had, 7 to 3, 5 days a week,
And if
3
they
to
can't,
11.
if they can't accommodate us, we're just gotta find somebody else.
Well, we've got people that will accommodate us. I mean, I know that. We've got people that want shifts. They don't like the messed up mess either.
The other thing is, he's talked to all of these, and it looks like if they were really concerned about or had an opinion about it, they should have been like to say something, or call one of us. I haven't got any calls of you. You have? Who did they share it with you?
I didn't answer.
You didn't answer the call?
No.
You just got a voice message, okay.
I got another call from
Please
her.
don't think it.
Well, she promised me she'd settle everything.
We'll see what y'all decide.
I thought we need to discuss this, and they were welcome to come to the meeting. This
Oh, the meeting is open to them. If they
Yes.
wanted to come, they sure can.
Well, let me ask you this, the person that when there's somebody dropping the ball by not calling 911, when their shift is to start.
They're supposed to call 30 minutes before they go to work, everybody is.
As a check-in
So
call.
right, just so 911 knows who's gonna be there.
Now, somebody's dropping the ball when they do that, and they gotta be, that's gotta be straightened out.
Yeah, I
We
agree.
can't have that.
No, we can't. And, well,
Well, no,
I
we
really
hired
never
a
tell
911
this, but
team.
Rick Bond was hired on the shift, see, and he switched up on his own. I'm sorry?
I was interrupting you. Do we hire the 911s also?
Oh, no,
I didn't think so.
no.
Does Hastings
They
have
got
his
their own
authority?
director.
They got their own director, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It hires and fires.
But they gotta know who to call. Like we talked about earlier, this is important.
Right.
They gotta know who to call, and, if they call and can't get somebody, I have something, at least once a month. About 2 weeks ago, one of the commissioners that was supposed to be on duty, they couldn't get a hold of. They ended up getting a hold of David, and he was almost out there to write the warrant. But the officer's sitting there with this guy that he's gonna put in jail. He's been there for over an hour, and that ain't, you're supposed to be there in 15 minutes. And it's just stuff like that that happens, that can happen. We can't let that go on. We cannot.
But when you worried with it, make a long story short, what are you proposing we do?
Well, I understand what she's saying. I think we need to go to shifts. And I understand, and I think a lot of Rick, and I think a lot of Hilda, and, I don't know, Dawn very well. I know who she is, but I've known Rick and Hilda for years. And Wally's a good commissioner too, and I hope he don't leave. But I think we need to go to shifts and say, this is your shift, and we tell them what shift they're working. Of course, you know, I think Jim probably needs to stay on days because he helps too much as far as schedule and everything. But, Irwin said when he went to work, and he still says it today, he'll work any shift, it doesn't matter. Anytime you need him, you call him, and he work too if he needs to. And that's a lot. And I know David Williams will, because I can call him anytime, and if he
So the
can't
only,
get hold of
the
nobody,
only
he
two
works.
people you're concerned, you only have 2 people that you're
I'm
concerned.
concerned about him leaving, yeah. And I
One of them
think
was
they
at
will.
2.5 hours, which is really okay.
But she's okay. She
Yeah.
said, I understand, and I'm all right with that.
And possibly the other one may stay
I don't
as
think
on
Sue,
call.
she might, right, they could all stay as on call,
Yeah,
and if that happened, we'd have 8, but it's gonna really solve our problems when we hire somebody. It's gonna be a lot easier to sit across the table and tell them, you're gonna work, we're gonna have you,
we
we
have
need
a
somebody
position open for these hours.
these hours, and that's what you're gonna be scheduled.
Yeah.
And if that's not gonna work, then you don't need to go work for us, really.
He's gonna be working Saturday night from 12 to 7.
Yep, so
That's the shift we've got open.
Saturday night is, 7 to 3, 3 to 11, and 11 to 7 if we have, 8-hour shifts. If we do 12-hour shifts, which is, I think, what they're working right now, it's from 7 to 7, 7 a.m. to 7.
What is the people like? I mean, what are they saying? I thought about that. I mean, would it be better to go to 12-hour shifts? I mean,
Well,
no more
that-
than maybe let them make a little more.
I thought after this meeting, if y'all approve that we do this, I'm gonna call them and have a meeting with them and tell them, and they know why, they know it's a mess. And just ask them, I'll leave that up to them. If the 2 that's been working, which is Wally and Susan, which I hope they both stay, and I think they will, if they stay, you want 8 hours, you want 12. If you want 8, then we gotta put Ken in there, or Dawn, or whoever wants it, you know. But I've gotta go down the schedule. I don't think it would be fair unless I hire to look at Rick Bond, Hilda, Jim Hardman. I mean, in order the way they were hired, seniority. I don't think it'd be fair to do it any other way.
Well, we done made Jim kind of supervisor. I think, in all fairness, if he's supervisor, he ought to have first pick at
Well,
whichever shift.
Like I say, he's gonna have to stay on days, cause, and there's not much choice. I don't think we can tell them, you know, I promise you first, I think we need to promise them a shift. And that's the shift you'll be working, 2nd or 3rd.
What if you put Jim has the first choice of the shift, and then everybody else in seniority in their seniority, in that order?
Yeah.
put it that way.
I mean, he's supervisor now, right? I mean, yeah, so he ought to.
Indirectly, he
Yeah.
is, and he's doing a good job. He sure took a load off of me when he started doing that, I know that.
Well, how many people, you got 6 shifts? Or 1, 2, 3, and then on weekends, it'd be 6 people?
3 8s or 2 12s.
Yeah.
What shift is Rick working now? The third shift?
Rick Bond?
Yeah.
No, he works from 11 to 7 on Friday, every other Friday, and he works Monday from 11 to 7, that's it.
Well, it would be really hard the way he works, because he's just liable to be
He's
on the other
got
side of the
insurance,
state.
yeah, he worked for Bank Pack, and
they're
sometimes they're in
everywhere.
Knoxville, and
Yeah, oh yeah.
And
Oh,
some
yeah.
places
He goes
like
from Knoxville to Memphis, and,
yeah.
and you couldn't hardly put him on second shift.
And he's our oldest commissioner, and I hate for him to leave. I'd like for him just to stay on as a fill-in, and I talked to him yesterday about it. And he said he would let me know, depending on,
Well, if you got that many people, there's 6 people, don't you think you need an alternate, somebody that can be
right
here?
now, we got 9.
Well, I know, but that drops us down to 7.
If 2 leaves, we would,
Right.
and we got plenty of people. Even if one of them left, we're okay. We can make it work. If they had shifts they work, and the other one just fill in.
I mean, somebody's gonna have a sickness or a funeral or something, they've got to take off every now and then.
And everybody's got a vacation too, you gotta get away from it sometimes, and I understand that.
Well, if they have to make a change, at least you know that this has been something that's been talked about, and this is not their primary source of income.
Right.
This is just this is an extra source of income for them. It's, yeah, at least we're not,
David runs a business, and he can pretty much work, his wife's there too, they can work, and he can leave work shift. Jim's retired, Rick Bond works for Bank Pack, and he's gotta have his insurance and all that, which he ain't gonna get here. Don Cantrell's a school teacher, Wally McLaren is retired. The only thing I'm worried about Wally, he works on Monday from, well, he works every other Monday for Rick from 11 to 7. But then the rest of the time he works a weekend. I just hope he'll work the same hours and it'll be a weekend. But we've got to set the schedule, I think, and tell them this is what you work. But give them an opportunity to have a shift if they want it. That's what I was talking about, the 1, 2, 3. Not that he would take, I don't think we need to move Jim off of dates. I really do not. I would not vote for that. He's the most knowledgeable one we got. There ain't nobody close to knowing what he knows. And he's been a policeman all his life, and he knows those TCA
Well,
codes.
that night, and not to slight the DA's office, but he knew more about the codes than the DA's office.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. And sometimes he don't go about it well as way he tells them, but now he knows it, and he's a good commissioner. He don't, the warrants he sends that are written, we don't have problems with at all.
you know,
And I've seen some strange
Susan
ones.
Newby has been, when she really has stepped up to the plate.
Susan's a sharp lady.
She sure
Susan
is.
is.
She does her
Yeah, she
research and knows her laws and.
Yeah.
Mhm. She works on it all the time, she brings her books with her, sits in there and works on it, which is good.
She loves it, yeah.
Yeah, she loves it.
But I don't think that Rick could take a complete shift, even him being for seniority. He
Unless
can't
it's a
take,
weekend and
Unless it's
you gotta
right.
have some
He
time
can't
off.
do that.
But he could be a fill-in, and I told him that yesterday, where if somebody's sick one day, he could work for them or whatever, he'd probably get close to the average of getting out, because people are gonna be out. Maybe not as much, but anyway, I've taken up a lot of y'all's time, I think it's important, but y'all pretty well know where I'm coming from, and I'll let somebody decide if you want to, or if you got more questions, we'll try to answer them. I'm not talking about any of them, we got some good people, we really do.
We do.
Mhm.
And just,
And we've had trouble hiring some before in the past too.
Yeah.
So, you know,
With no more hours these people are working, who's getting the lion's share? I mean, somebody's gotta be getting over 40 hours.
Jim,
Jim Hartman.
he works every, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, and he pretty much, if you call him, he goes. He'll work any shift, go fill in for somebody. Him and David are the two that fill in more than anybody. But it's Jim that's getting the most hours.
Now, David was a commissioner for a long time, and then he moved. and
Well, he
then
didn't
came-
move. He took a job, a traveling job, and he was rehired when he come back.
Right, so he had to lose his seniority. But if you added up the years' experience that he's got a
Yeah,
lot of experience.
yeah, he does. And David does a pretty good job, you know, he really does.
And of course, there's times when some of these commissioners, their hours is gonna run over, because just like they bring in a drug bust, you know, there's several people. They can't just stop right in the middle of it.
We had an occasion last week, I think it was, an officer, a city officer brought in an individual and charged him with 4 charges. You've got to write 4 warrants, and it takes a little while to do that, and Ken was the unlucky one to be here, and he's in training still and learning, and it took him a while. But, and 911 called because a deputy brought somebody in that was arrested, and they'd been waiting about an hour. And David come out here and wrote that warrant. You know, that doesn't happen a lot, and that wasn't anybody's fault, it just,
Yeah.
you know, but we don't want them to wait any longer than they have to.
And it's so complicated, if you do
Oh.
the least little thing wrong.
They'll kick it out,
Yeah.
they really will. And the last thing we wanna do is arrest somebody that don't need to be arrested. You remember, we've had 2 or 3 occasions where that lady took pictures of all this stuff, you know, we ended up firing her, it was in the paper, of a mask, and I don't know what, all sent it to her daughter.
Out there at the country club market, that deal.
Yeah, and it went everywhere. You don't send something to a kid in high school, and you can't do that. You know, you cannot do that. You know, I've had some very messes, I'm telling you. So, and one lady got arrested up in Grundy County. This was when I first went to work. And they got her address out of the phone book, and it was the wrong woman. And she just got out of the hospital, you know. Please don't ever print that, I'm gonna be in big trouble. All she wanted was an apology. She didn't want nothing else, just an apology. And trust me, she got one. I mean, you just can't let things like that happen, it cannot.
No.
And
A lot of it's just innocence when they're so overwhelmed by what they've experienced, they want to share it and don't realize it's totally complicated.
none of the folks that we have now will make a mistake like that. I do not believe either one of those 2 mistakes. That wouldn't happen. And I certainly hope not.
Dave, what's your recommendation? I mean, do you want to go to
I-
set shifts and give them a choice and have a meeting, let's talk about
So
it?
you have a meeting with them, I think.
You know, have a meeting with them and see how many's gonna stay or
I was hoping they'd come
And then-
tonight.
When you want to do this?
immediately. As soon as I can have a meeting with them.
Well, I mean,
And
when? Week from today, 2 weeks from today, or?
Tomorrow.
I don't know if we do it that soon or not. I think you have to give them some, I don't know. They're not like calling a committee meeting. We have to give time in the paper. You have to give them time. I don't know how much that time is, but Carol does, and she always, I think it's 7 days, isn't it, or 5?
To tell your employee that you're changing their work shift?
Oh, no, I'm
Well,
talking about for
this is
us,
a
Have a
committee
public
meeting,
meeting.
to have a public meeting.
open meeting.
But I think I can have a meeting, or any of us can,
This is something that we
with,
could just have you and Jim take care of?
yes.
We have to meet again on that?
No, I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. I think I can meet, or y'all can.
There is no set, as far as I know, because, I mean, it's been close as 1 day to 2 days that she's put, or that they
Okay.
put it up on the website or out.
May not be.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we need to meet again on this.
Oh, no.
I think him and Jim, that we tell him that we agree, let's go ahead and try the shifts and.
And if it's
him
a
and
total disaster, I'll call another meeting and say, well, man, we really got problems now, I messed up
So
big
what you're
time.
saying is handle it, Ken?
I'm trying to do the right
Jim,
thing,
do
I
you have
promise
a
y'all.
problem with it? He
I don't
really,
have a problem with it, but I don't know of anywhere in the world that you could work and everybody could just pick their own shifts
I
and
don't
swap
either.
up.
It's
I
gonna,
mean,
it's not good for.
no,
And when they
I
was
thought
first
that
doing it,
before.
they wasn't telling me,
I've
they
thought
was
that
just doing it.
No company would ever let you do that.
And I did have a meeting one time, I'm saying too much, and please don't put all this in the paper. some of them was working for the other, and they was writing down their time. You can't do that, that's illegal.
Yeah.
But we got that stopped as soon as we found out about it. If you was working for me, you put your time down, you can't do that. I mean, that could get a warrant kicked out even, because you weren't even on the schedule, and you wrote this warrant, you can't do that. None of that's happened in years, so
Wait a
we
minute.
don't put that please in there.
They were writing the warrant and saying somebody else had wrote the warrant.
No, they were scheduled to be on schedule, and they didn't show up, and another commissioner worked and put it down on their time card instead of theirs. They were just switching up time, like everything was running smooth, and it wasn't. You know, those commissioners don't work here anymore, y'all, so.
I think after we get this resolved, we might want to look at this law of policies and procedures. But the accountability is just wild, isn't it?
Well, all that's been changed. Now, they don't do stuff like that. We got some good people, I'm telling you, they really are. We got some good commissioners that want to do the right thing, and they do the best they can. And I'm not talking about that, including Hilda, but Hilda understands, and she's okay. It doesn't matter to her. It's not gonna help her. She ain't making no money 2.5
No,
hours a week.
she's not fantastic.
That's what I say, that ain't paying. And she told me today, the only reason she was doing that and wanted to do it back then, when she retired from the school system, she wanted a shift to go on.
She would like to get more hours.
Right,
Give her something to do that.
but,
I don't think she's gonna have a problem with that.
no. And she, at times, helps us out, she writes warrants at the high school. If one of the SO officers brings a kid in or something, she writes the warrant. They don't have to bring them in and all that thing. So, you know, she's helped us, but that's really not a good thing, because she don't get paid for it. But she can't. We can't pay her more than 2.5 hours a week. So,
Well, if she's writing the warrant out there, she's on their time anyway.
she's on their time, that's correct, you're right about that. But you've got my recommendation but now I'm one person, and I don't ever, but now I have worked hard with this, and I've tried. And I promise you, if I hadn't, I would never be in here telling you all this. And probably told you a little too much. Some of it I just need to keep to myself. But,
If that's what the board, feels, I'll make a motion then that let you, meet with them and handle it. I'm not trying to pass it
Well, I don't
off.
think Ken, I mean, you just have to meet with them by yourself, or?
yeah, I don't
Us
care,
be
that's
there?
probably the best thing. Because if y'all meet, we're gonna have a meeting, and you gotta be careful about having meetings without inviting the public. So I think it'd probably be better if I did it. With Jim's support, Jim will be there, and he can help me too.
It's no less hours, and no money, it's just set shifts.
Well, we're not gonna have to send them to school. You know, the ones that, if somebody doesn't stay, we won't have to send them to school. And that's the schools are just starting up for this year. That's the reason I want to go ahead and bring this up.
He wants to invest in training the employees that want to be here and that can be here, or will be here.
Yeah.
But your set schedule, your shifts that you set, can be printed out, posted, they follow them, and it's gonna be copied at 911, and 911 will know who's gonna be where and when, and
They still need to call 30 minutes before they go on, but yes, they're gonna know who and when.
and if somebody's not following the procedures,
Then we're gonna know it right away.
you can only address it then.
Yes.
That's your motion?
I'll make a motion.
To
Yes.
state it kind of.
Now, if any of you disagree with me or think I'm going at this
No,
wrong,
I mean,
the only holdup I've got, I'm afraid we'll lose a couple of them that are good like Rick. But he's really not helping us, he's hurting us. And, you know, what, by working he works a day and a half one week and 1 day the next, that's not helping us. He's keeping the schedule jumbled up.
Well, it's keeping somebody else from, that's more.
That works to work, that's a whole shift, yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion, we let Ken, meet with them, and we're going to set shifts. Work it out as the choice, and, I mean, I'm not trying to pass the buck on you, but like I say, if you think it'd be better, you just meet with them, like.
Well, I think it would be, because otherwise, we're gonna have to notify the paper, notify the whole committee, and plus you gotta get paid and all that, and, you know, I think it'd be better if I just done it. Trust me, they all know me real well, and we've worked together a long time. And we've made a lot of mistakes, but we've done a lot of things right, and here lately, I hope we've done a lot right, because we've tried. It's just step in that direction, so, you know, but it's unfortunate that we could lose one, two, possibly three. But we're still okay, we don't have to hire nobody.
It's just, and we do have some good people, but
Certainly.
like I said, there's just nowhere that you could work
It's
where the
set your
people
own
are
schedule.
picking and choosing their shifts, and you've got to have,
And I
you gotta have,
understand.
and they do have organization, but need more organization.
Well, I
I
understand
second
why.
Wayne's motion. You didn't do that, did you? Did you second it, or you put me second? I can second it if you haven't already.
You said, I think,
Okay.
Okay. All in favor?
uh,
I'll have that meeting with them as soon as possible. And you will know probably at the next meeting if any of them resign, because I'll have the resignations if they do. And I really feel like Rick and Dawn ain't got a lot of choice, they'll have to.
Unless they stay on
And
as
it's
on call.
killing, right, it's on
Yeah.
call, and I hope they will, because they both do a good job, you know, as far as writing.
I think it'd be a very good idea to keep them on, even if you.
Dawn won't work a
Call him
lot
every
when
hour.
Rick will. If you really call Rick, you're in a bind, he'll work on the weekend or something, and that's, but Dawn has got so many commitments, she can't hardly do it. But they've got full-time jobs with insurance, and I don't blame them. But they put me in a bind doing, and I don't know that
I'd like to
Dawn
know
was hired.
if you know any other counties around, I'd like, maybe you've got more contacts, but I'd like to know what other counties are paying judicial commissioners, if there's any way to find out, just see if we're in line or if we're high, we may be way high, I don't know.
I think all we'd have to do is call, or get one of the ladies to call the payroll department of the county, they'll tell you. I
Yeah.
mean, nothing we do is supposed to be a secret,
no,
Right.
our salaries or anything.
I'd just like to know, but I know Coffee County does, like say you go down there and sit there on a recliner.
Yeah, I went down there with John, you know, we got the computer system, and the guy that was there was on days, and he's got a TV in there, and we're fine, he sits there and nothing happens, but they stay all day.
That's what I'm saying.
He said that we go to lunch, but other than that, they don't go anywhere. And if they can be here in 15 minutes, I like ours better than that, really, without having to sit there all day for nothing. Because a lot of days, if you don't get a call, they're just there,
Right.
you know.
but you know, even in the day of the cell phone, there's times when somebody tries to call me that I don't get the call.
I meant to say that too, in defense of that judicial commissioner, they may have tried to call him and he didn't get the call.
I mean,
It's not impossible.
there's areas out there
Mhm.
where we live that Verizon won't pick up.
Sure is. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll handle it. If I have a problem, I'll call another meeting. That's all I know to do, and y'all can help me out with whatever happens at that point. Or if that don't work, I don't know what to do. I really don't. I've tried raises and everything, so anyway, if there was not anything other business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Most of the journey.
Second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Thank you, Madam Secretary. And I'm gonna tell y'all off the record, that ain't what I wanna do. I wish y'all had a whole 8-hour shift and they wanted to work, it could,
yeah.
but it's not,
Well,
it's not practical.
you know, someday, it may be after we're all gone, but this will be a regular job. You'll have that office up there and you'll clock in, and that will be your job. You'll be a full-time employee.
Do they clock in now?
Hmm?
Do they clock in?
No, they write it down on the sheet.
Well, you know, that's what I'm saying. It may be after we're gone, maybe the next generation, but someday.
I'm thinking that's what we're going to now, we go to shifts, it's going to be
Pretty
leaning that
close
way.
to it. I can tell
Yeah.
you what probably will happen in the next 10 or 15 years. It'll only be attorneys doing that job.
Yeah.
Oh, I talked to one that said that
I've talked
there
to
was
some
a
people
judge,
there.
a former judge told them that someday they would not be hiring anybody for this job that didn't have a law degree. we're talking about
But
major.
you know what you're gonna have to pay them if you do that?
Major money. Major.
And that's,
Oh,
but now, I went to a meeting
Bye, thank
in
you.
Gatlinburg, and half of them were attorneys and judicial commissioners.
Bye, you guys, thank you.
All right.
I gotta go to the next spot.
You got another one? Hey, I'll see y'all later.
I promise y'all I'm trying to do what's best for
I
my
know you
pride.
are.
I really am. And I'm not trying to fire nobody or
I hate that
anything
it-
like that.
I hate that it's,
They just don't realize what it does to try to keep it going the way it is. And I've done it so long, I'm tired of that. It's got to stop. And Michael Martin told me one night we was leaving, he said, I hired Rick. Rick was hired on shifts. He messed over. I said, I know. But I was trying to help him do the best I could, and it didn't work right. Did not work right.
well, I expected we'd see all kinds of them up here and.
Well, you know they knew what was going on. Well, Rick called me today, he said, what time is the meeting? I said, it's at 4:45. Told him what it was, and all we knew. He said, I'm not.